Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So I hope that all of you are doing well, in good health, and always under Allah's protection. So we continue to study about Aqidah or Iman, right? And today we talk about the danger of Shirk. And before that, we just want to, refresh your memory. What did you study last time? Last time we studied about Tawheed Rububiyyah, right? When I said Tawheed Rububiyyah, put in your mind, mean Allah is the creator, Allah is the provider, Allah is the controller, right? No creator, no provider, no controller except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's Tawheed Rububiyyah. And when I said Tawheed Uluhiyyah, mean that only Allah worthy to be worshipped. Only Allah can answer your dua, your supplication. Only Allah can forgive your sin. Right? So when you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa iyyaka nasta'in. And the last one, we did learn about Tawheed Asma. Right? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has names.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Has what you call Sifat, Asma'ul Husna, beautiful of Allah name. Right? Okay, that's what we did study. So next time I said, what is Tawheed Rububiyyah? Allah is the creator, Allah the provider, Allah the controller. What is Tawheed Uluhiyyah? Only Allah worthy to be worshipped. Only Allah that we have to make dua to. Ask for forgiveness. Right? Tawheed Asma, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Quddus. Yeah? So today is opposite of Shirk. Right? This opposite of Tawheed, they call Shirk. Yeah? Okay, Ahmad, read please. Is there Ahmad? Okay, Imad?
Yes.
Please.
Shirk is the opposite of Tawheed. It literally means or someone to give to something or someone whatever should be for Allah alone. Shirk means ascribing a partner or a rival to Allah in the Lordship. Rububiyyah. Worship, or in His names and attributes.
Attribute, mashallah. Good. So, Shirk is from in Arabic, the word Shirk from the word Sharaka. When you mix something together, right? You mix, for example, the water with the tea, You make food like bread with a cheese, you put together. That's Shirk. So it means Shirk is include if you believe that beside Allah there's another God, right? Beside Allah there's another one who have a power, right? That's called Shirk. So therefore why we need Tawheed. Right? Allah is only one, the only. No one equal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? And the best explanation about Allah that to negate shirk is Surah 112. Right? Anybody know what Surah 112? You can say it if you know it. Surah, huh?
Nas.
An-Nas. Okay, that's 114. That's a good guess.
Oh.
112. Surah.
Is it Surah Al-Lahab?
Lahab, that's 111.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, is it Surah Al-Nas? Surah Al-Ikhlas?
Ikhlas, very good, Ikhlas. Right? Qul huwallahu ahad. Say he is Allah. His name is Allah. Who did give Allah? Allah himself. Right? Who is Allah? Allahu Samad. Allah is the eternal. That everyone in this universe depend on him. We depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He's not beget nor begotten. That means he didn't have father, no mother. No one deliver him, he not deliver a baby. Right? Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. And no one like to him, equal to him. Right? So if it comes to your mind, Allah like that, no. Allah is not like that. Yeah? Shirk is opposite. Shirk that Allah is not the one, Allah is not the eternal, right? And so on and so on. Like in the Hindu, for example, they believe that God had three gods, Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. In Christianity, we have Jesus, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. Yeah, Islam, no. Only one God, called Ahad. Yeah. Okay. Malia.
The first people to commit shirk were the people of alayhi salam. The Quran tells us, and they said, never leave your gods and never leave Wat or Soa or Yanghuth. Ya'uk and Nasr. Surah Ayat 33, the names of their gods mentioned here were actually pious men from their people, which also shows the dangers of making pictures and images of living things and why it is haram. It leads to shirk.
So from Adam to Noah is about 1,000 years. That's 1,000 years. And everybody just worship only Ahad, one God. Okay? Then there is a teachers that Allah mentioned in the Quran, by name, Suwa, Yaguth, Ya'uq, Nasra, all is the name of their teachers. Right? So Shaitan very smart. They come to them, hey, your teacher died, man. What do I have to do? We have to build their statue, their idols. He didn't say worship them, right? He said, so when you're going to do wrong, when you're going to commit sin, and then you see the statue, oh, no. Hey, man, this is my teacher, man. That's a good idea, right? So Shaitan something very tricky. Don't follow the Shaitan. Right? Like we have the coming, inshallah, in the end of the October, where people are going to celebrate what? Halloween. Right? People say, man, you know, it's only the name. It's only name Halloween. Why is we not allowed to join Halloween? Right? Why don't just we gather together in one place, we eat together, right? And we have party about Halloween. That's Satan idea, yeah. Because then you're going to have what? Christmas party and all this party. When Rasulullah SAW went to Medina, he saw people make celebration. He said, what is celebration? They're a Jew, right? He said, we have two celebrations, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha. So then, Prophet Nuh, people start worshipping all these gods. So Allah said no. And no, to remind them, hey, the statue is not God. They cannot talk. They cannot hear. They cannot help you. You know, go talk to them. Right? But people didn't listen. Because they thought that their grandfather, their fathers, worship this God. So Nuh had to work about 1,000 years to change people, but it's difficult. Right? So therefore, you know, maybe you go to some country, you come, you know, go to Thailand, and you buy the statue, and you put in your house. You know, oh, this is just, you know, souvenir. This is decoration. I said, no, Shaitan is there. Maybe you die, and people after you, oh, you know, that's my dad bought that, and they have secret there, right? He said, any house that there is inside the house, there is a dog, there is a statue, the angel will not come. We need angel, the angel of mercy, yeah. But because of the statue, the angel will not come. Right? So you have to avoid it, because one can lead to the others. Yeah. Okay, Deka Ali. Are you there, Deka Ali?
Yes.
Dari?
Like, wait, you want to read it?
Do you want him to read?
Yeah.
Where are you going to read?
Yeah, we don't see the screen for reading.
What you going to read?
Yeah, somebody else can go for now, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. Ilyas?
Shirk is the worst of all sins. It is the one thing that Allah has promised He will not forgive on Nisa. It wipes out, nullifies good deeds. 688, 39, 65. In a hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, shall I inform you about the gravest of all major sins? We, the Sahaba, said, certainly, O Rasul Allah. He said, ascribing partners to Allah and disobeying your parents.
Subhanallah. Yeah. So shirk is the worst of all sin. Right? This is the sin that can nullify, you know, all our good deeds. Your salah, your fasting, you know. If you believe, you know, beside Allah there's another God, or somebody have power, all your Ramadan, the salah will be gone, wipe out. Right? So you have to be careful. Rasulullah said, when somebody asks what's the greatest sin, is to associate Allah with the others. Can you imagine, you know, you pray, you fasting, you do anything, but then you believe certain power in certain thing, right? And then, because shirk, when you do shirk, that means you insulted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Look like Allah like us. Because if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have a son, that means he needs something. What for son? To have the father, the mother when they grow up. Right? Okay. Tona? Oh, sorry.
Giving
Tona,
giving Allah's rights to other than Allah.
yeah, that's called shirk. Right? What is Allah's rights? Allah's right is that we have to worship Him. We have to make dua to Him. We have to glorify Him. Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. We have to ask forgiveness for Him. Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. But when you do that to the other, that means what? You don't fulfill the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? We have right too. Then when we worship Allah, we glorify Allah, Allah will fulfill our rights. You know, what our right? To reward you, to give you what you ask for, right? To protect you when you are in need. Yeah. Husna?
What is shirk? Muslims must be careful to stay away from shirk. It is the one thing that Allah will not forgive us for. What is shirk?
Shirk.
In a
Dictionary?
dictionary, shirk means to give partners to something. In Islam, it can mean to worship other along with Allah, to give created beings and things, Allah's names and attributes, to believe that others share Allah's control and rule over the creation. Statues, kings, and queens are other people. Fire, the sun. Surely Allah will not forgive the association of parents, shirk, with Him, but He forgives sins less than that of whomever He wishes in An-Nisa 48. Shirk is the greatest of sins.
MashaAllah, good. Yeah, so this is the example. Example shirk, for example, you praying to a statue, to the sun, like the Egyptian before they worshiping the sun. Or fire, like Indian here, they worshiping the fire. Or to the king, to the queen, right? Like the king of Nimrod, or Fir'aun. Yeah. Very interesting. I mentioned last time the king of Nimrod, he claimed to be God, but when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests him, Allah just sent a mosquito come to his mind. He cannot do nothing. Yeah. And Iblis will play with Fir'aun. So one day, Iblis behind the door. He knocked the door. And Fir'aun, who claimed God, who's there? I said, what? You, God, you don't know who behind the door? Yeah, because God have to know everything. Yeah. Okay. Hannah, you ready now? Ask. Hannah, you ready now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to like read the surah or just
No, the English.
Oh, okay. However swears, makes oath by other than Allah has committed shirk.
Shirk, yeah, that's good. So whoever swear mean when we swear, had to swear by Allah. Wallahi. Wallahi. Wallahi, I didn't do it. Right? But he said, by my father, by my mother, by the power of that mountain, for example. That's considered. Because you swear with something that's supposed to be nothing compared to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number one, we're not allowed to swear, regularly. Everything wallahi, wallahi, right? Even by swear by the name, like I swear by Yasin, I swear by Toha, right? Even by Muhammad, he cannot. Or by Jesus. And because that you put them equal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are in the court or somebody don't believe you, I swear, did you not take it? Wallahi, then you can do it. Right? But you cannot say, I swear by this, beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So shirk is not only that you worship beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shirk included, you swear by using other name than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Here.
It is described in the Quran as dhulm, serious injustice or oppression. Dhulm means to put something in the wrong place. Shirk is the greatest worst dhulm because the person who does it is giving to something or someone else, something that should be for Allah. The worship or fear or love or whatever else is in the wrong place.
So in Arabic call, this is the advice of Luqman to his son. Ya bunayya la tushrik billah. Oh my dear son, do not do shirk. Do not associate Allah with the others. Inna shirka, indeed, no doubt, shirk la dhulmun azim is the greatest injustice. What is justice? Justice to put something right in the right place. And justice, you put something in the wrong place. I give example last time. I put my kufi here, right? And my shoes on my feet. No, if I put my kufi on my feet and the shoes on my head, you're going to laugh, right? What are you doing, man? Right? So it's the same. You put someone who's not your creator, not your provider, who helpless, he cannot do nothing, right? As equal to God. That's called dhulm. So therefore, this the greatest sin that you have to avoid it, right? Or you fear so much, you love so much, right? More than you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he loved Allah and also he loved his son. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allah wanted to test him. He said, slaughter your son. What Ibrahim did? What? My son? No, he just obeyed. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ibrahim, you pass the test. The knife cannot cut off the throat of Ismail alayhi salam. Right? So that's dhulm, right? So don't do dhulm, don't do injustice to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's like somebody, for example, they walk in Microsoft, right? And they get salary from Microsoft, but every day he go to Boeing, go to another company. He get so the same. Allah, the creator, the provider. Allah give you everything, give you drink, give you food, and then you worship something, then they give you nothing. Yeah, that's too much. That's injustice. Yeah. So it mentioned before, shirk, the unforgivable, the sin, right? We have to avoid it. So how many types of shirk, right? Yeah, there's two types, of course, major shirk and minor shirk. Yeah. Amira? Is there, Amira?
Mahdi, major shirk takes someone out of Islam, meaning they are not Muslim anymore if they do it. They cannot be prayed over or buried. They have to be divorced. They cannot inherit or be inherited from. It is a very serious matter. This is why we should always leave it to the major scholars to decide on any particular person in such a situation.
MashaAllah, good. Right? So that's called major shirk, big shirk. Right? When somebody do make shirk, he's become non-Muslim. He out from Islam. Right? If he die, he cannot bury in the Muslim cemetery. Right? If he marry, his wife or her husband automatically divorce. And also he will not get the inheritance. Yeah, this is very, very important. So therefore, why Prophet Yaqub he didn't see Yusuf for a long time, and then Yusuf brother, he met him in Egypt. He became minister now, right? So Yaqub asked them, "How is Yusuf? Oh, he is the minister now. No. Is he still Muslim? Still our religion?" He said, "Yes." Oh, alhamdulillah. No, the ni'mah, the blessing is complete. His Yaqub, the only worry is not, even he have all his position, if he is not Muslim, what for? Because you're going to be together in Jannah, right? Sarah?
Minor shirk does not take someone out of Islam, but their tawheed is incorrect and it could lead to major shirk if not corrected.
Yeah, so the big shirk make people out of Islam, but minor, no. What is minor, right? Yeah, Adam?
A ibadah for other than Allah, dua, vows, sacrifices, salahs, etc. For example, the dead at graves to jinn or anything else from the creation. B, sihr, sorcery, because it involves attachment to shaitan, and the sihr, the one who does magic, claims knowledge of the ghaib, unseen, which is only for Allah.
So this is the example of major shirk. The shirk that if someone do it, he will be out of Islam. If he die, he will not enter Jannah. Making dua, making the oaths, or sacrifice the animal in the name of something else beside Allah. right? This is for my grandfather. This is in the name for my grandfather. Or people say Jesus. Or you pray, right? Or you go to grave and you ask from that person who died, even he's knowledgeable man. Or ask Jim, hey Jim, right? Another type of shirk is sihr, right? Sihr, because magician, they get the information from what? From devil. And to be magician, you have to be kafir. And people who do it magic, he out from Islam. And anybody come to that magician, Allah will not accept his or her salah for 40 days. If you believe, falas. He become mushrik, out of Islam. Yeah. Amira?
It's my sister.
Okay. You read?
Can you read, Amira?
She can't. خلاص.
Are you ready?
Okay, could I read? Fortune telling, smooth saying, believing in evil omens because it means having an attachment to a reliance on created objects. Astrology.
Yeah, fortune teller, you come to fortune teller and look at your palm. Oh, you're going, to marry such and such. Oh, you're going to die. Oh, so you ask them something, right? You just go there and you believe. They call also shirk, right? Or believe in awful omens, right? Oh man, I saw a crow. Wow, oh, somebody died there, right? Oh, you drive the car and you hit the cat. Oh, it's basically going to happen, right? So you relent, you depend on something. And the Arab used to have this kind of omen. If they come out, they're going to the right, for example, they're going to Portland, right? And then they say the bird, they go to the left. They cancel. Oh no. His wife said, why? No, the bird is to the left. I don't right. Let's go tomorrow. Right? How we believe in the astrology. We believe in the star, Oh man, my star, Gemini, and then you open it. Oh man, I will not pass the test. Yeah. So all this kind is considered major sin. You don't believe in that, right? Or something maybe you buy cookies, you buy something, and then you open, there's written something, and you put your star, and it said, oh, then you believe it. That's also major sin, right? Because only Allah know about the future, about the unseen. Yeah. So therefore, why when we're going to do for tomorrow, what you say? Inshallah is by Allah will. Nobody know, right? Yeah. Nia?
Yeah.
Hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy and nifaq. It can include wearing or using items for good luck or protection. Even if it is Quran, you believe that the thing itself, rather than Allah, will protect you or heal you. Seeking blessing from trees, stone, plants, relics, or anything else from the creation.
Yeah, hypocrisy, nifaq, is very, very dangerous. Right? Nifaq also means you say with your mouth, I believe, but in the heart, you don't believe. That's hypocrisy. Right? Or, if I have this, I have good luck. If not, there's something bad going to happen to me. Right? Yeah. Or you go to the trees. Oh, trees, please help me. Some people put the food, put this in the statue and the trees, and they believe that this tree, this plant, have blessing. Yeah. But somebody do that, this consider what? The great sin that we have to avoid. Yeah. Adam?
Swearing by often others than Allah, or riyah, showing off doing these things to be seen, noticed, or praised by others, and doing things that should be for Allah, such as jihad, hajj, etc., for worldly gain. The Prophet warned us in particular about this. He said, "The thing I fear most is that you may commit minor shirk." They asked Rasulullah, "What is minor shirk?" He said,
Ar-Riya. Yeah, Ar-Riya. This one, he's still Muslim, but in the judgment, Allah SWT will bring all his good deed and then is put it like a dust. Right? Why? Because to do it not for Allah SWT. So be careful. Huh? Maybe you if you pray, Allahu Akbar, after finish, why you pray? My dad. Why the Quran? My mom. Right? Why you join the class? My dad. Right? Or you do anything, but not for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is dangerous. So before you do anything, always check your intention. I do it only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you need to be happy. Right? Because if you do it for somebody and this man is not there, you not do it. You only do it when your dad is there, when your mom there. Your dad is there, your mom is there, you still pray, still fast, you still read Quran. Why? I'm not doing it for my mom. I'm not doing it for my dad. I'm doing it for Allah. So Allah happy. And you happy. So when you ask Allah next time, Allah said, oh, I'm happy with him. I'm happy with her. Right? Yeah? So before we wrap this, I want to show you one movie.
Okay, class. Shh. I'm giving each group of you a different era of history to research. And the question is, what impact did your era have on the modern world? So Sarah, your group has the ancient Greeks. Ravi, you've got the Romans. And Danny's group gets, yes, a bit of a challenge for you. You get the Middle Ages. Some even call it the Dark Ages. Boring. See how you get on. Yes. So, yes, you get through the Renaissance. Is that the librarian?
I guess so.
How are the Dark Ages going to have anything to do with us?
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you.
What do you want?
We need to find out what impact the Dark Ages had on the modern world.
Never was a period of history so poorly named. Don't touch. It's priceless. And I suppose someone's been filling your head with the usual nonsense, eh? 1,000 wasted years. A black hole in history, am I right?
Yeah, sort of.
See, it's always the same. You assume it was all mud, disease, death, and destruction, with marauding mobs of barbarians ripping down the good of former civilizations, burning and plundering as they went. Nothing of any worth invented either, eh? Oh, no. Go on, be free.
Sorry to bother you.
Come on, it's probably not worth it. Everyone knows that the Greeks and Romans invented everything anyway.
Oh, did they now? And you're sure about that, are you? You know, I might just have something for you. You seem to be up for the task. I suppose I could. Follow me. I've got just the book for you.
Where are we going? Don't know. Ask him.
Excuse me. Where are we going?
From darkness into light, my young friend. From ocean onto land, there are things you should know. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, I know I left it around here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Now, take a look. If you dare.
What's going on?
Welcome to the Dark Ages, or as it should be known, the Golden Ages.
Who are you?
I am Al-Jazari, engineer and ingenious inventor.
I thought you said this was the Dark Ages. It doesn't look very dark.
That's because it's all a matter of perspective, my soon-to-be illuminated friend. Of course, there are parts of the world that weren't dark at all, but in a civilization that stretched from Spain to China, the golden rays of discovery and invention shone over everything.
What civilization?
The Muslim civilization, my young friend. Through scholars and scientists of various faiths, some of the most important discoveries known to man were made at this time. Discoveries that drew on knowledge of the ancients, but have more connections with your modern world than you could possibly ever imagine.
Like what?
Well, all sorts of things.
I've got to get a picture of this.
I knew it was a good idea.
Who are you?
Allow me to introduce Ibn al-Haytham, a great scientist whose ideas led to the invention of the camera.
You invented the camera.
I laid the foundations for modern cameras by explaining how our eyes work. I found a way of projecting an image onto another surface through a small hole in a dark room, later called camera obscura.
Think of all the things that evolved from this discovery. Cameras, cinema, all share the same principle.
Cool.
Look out below!
Who's that?
That's my good friend, Abbas ibn Farnas, who gazed up to the heavens, passionate in his belief that man could fly.
Whoa.
Indeed, he dared to dream about flying 1,000 years before the Wright brothers. Do you know you all take your jet-setting holidays for granted, so it only seems fair to remember Abbas ibn Farnas.
Stand by. I'm ready for takeoff.
You did forget one thing, though. The tail, useful for land.
Did someone call?
Ah, my old friend, why don't you introduce yourself to my young guests?
I am Abul Qasim al-Zahrawi. Many call me the father of surgery.
Did you actually do surgery back then?
Of course we did. In fact, many of the surgical tools that I invented are still used in your modern hospitals. Excuse me, a patient needs my attention. Scalpel?
I think I may need some stitches.
In that case, I'll use catgut.
Catgut?
From the gut of animals. Perfect for stitching up internal wounds. Your surgeons are still using it today. Sorry, mustache.
Who's she?
That's Maryam al-Astrolabi, one of the many brilliant women of her time. She made sophisticated astrolabes.
What?
Astrolabes. They show the sky and the stars on a small flat plate you can hold in your hand. Think of them as ancient calculating or timekeeping devices. Today you have your watch, your compass, satellite navigation, helping people and explorers travel the world. Science at its brilliant best.
And all these things were developed during the Golden Ages.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There were thousands of other inventions covering all areas of life, and in the years that followed, their influence spread across the whole of medieval Europe. So you see, it wasn't so dark after all.
What about you?
Me?
What did you invent?
Well, I don't want to be big-headed, but I made some groundbreaking advances in engineering. I suppose my most significant discovery converted rotary motion into linear motion using a crank and connecting rod. It's essential in pumps and engines. In fact, I've no idea how the Industrial Revolution could have happened hundreds of years later without such a device. Well, I have to get the credit on yourself. But my crowning glory was my amazing time-telling machine, my legendary elephant clock.
It's a clock.
Yes. Dozens of components collected from different cultures around the world. Indian, Greek, Arabian, Egyptian, Chinese.
Wow. A United Nations clock. That is pretty cool. Does it actually tell the time?
Wow, yes, of course. If it wasn't for me, thousands of people would be late for everything. Speaking of time, we better get you back. And remember, spread the word. This was a golden age, and I've only shown you a tiny part of this wondrous time. There are countless other scientists and inventions directly connected to your modern world. You're just going to have to find out for yourselves.
But wait.
Whoa. Yeah. That wasn't quite so boring. Come on, we're gonna be late. So, what have we learned? The Romans, the Greeks, the Renaissance, and the Industrial Revolution all have great relevance to us today. Honestly. Our intrepid Dark Ages group. You probably had a much harder time finding any connections with the modern world.
Actually, miss, that's not strictly true.
Subhanallah, right? That was our.
Subhanallah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so what do you think? This is, our history, our contribution to the world, right? Anybody remember name? Like who discovered camera? What is name? Anybody? That's Ibn Haytham. No. How about the one who fly? Anybody know the name?
Abbas Farnas.
Good. Abbas Ibn Farnas. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Good. How about the surgeon, doctor?
Azawahri.
What is his name?
Azawahri.
Abu Qasim, right? Abu Qasim. That's good. Good. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we have to be proud because all this knowledge that we have now is from us, from Muslim. Right? Okay, Fatima, can you read? Are you there, Fatima? Okay, Harun. Hey, Fatima, are you there?
The danger of shirk.
Shirk. Just read in the English here.
Verily, whosoever sets up partners in worship with Allah, then Allah has forbidden paradise to him, and the fire will be his obeyed.
Right? Allah loves us. So he told us, anybody do shirk, will not go to Jannah. Right? Yeah. Okay, Husna.
Oh Allah, I take refuge in you lest I should shrink with you knowingly, and I seek for your forgiveness for what I unknowingly.
Yeah, this is very good dua. Yeah, Allah, please forgive me. Maybe I do shirk and I know it is wrong, right? Or maybe unknowingly, I'm unaware that Allah loved it when you speak to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Yeah, Isa Yasin.
Allah will make everything beautiful at the right place at the right time for the best reason.
The best reason, right? So when you ask Allah, just let Allah decide. Decide the time, the place, right? They said, oh man, I make dua to Allah 2 years. No, keep to Allah SWT. Because Allah SWT, He knows, when and where, the time for us. Okay, Saad.
Shall I not tell you who will be forbidden from the fire? Every gentle, soft-hearted, and kind person.
Allah, if you have this quality, you will not go to hellfire. Gentle, Right? You have to be gentle when you talk. Right? Soft-hearted. Kind to the others. Right? Try to do that. Right? Especially when you talk to your mom, your dad. Your dad call you, don't say, what? And you look at the eyes like that. That's not gentle. Yeah? Sophia? Sophia?
Drinking water, moderation eating, intermittent fasting, eating slowly, hand washing.
No. This is the Islamic day, right? Drink water a lot, good. Either you like it, drink or not. Yeah, moderation in it. Right? Don't eat until too much, right? You stop eating when you still want it. That's the best. Yeah. And then when you eat, eat slowly, not too fast. Yeah, and don't forget to wash the hand before and after you eat. Right? Zaid?
Yes.
Maybe?
Effective way of communication. According to Sunnah, keeping a smiling face, wishing peace by saying salam, shake hands with person of same gender, balance your voice and tone, ask about family members, avoid using tongue for ill purposes, use simple and precise wording, avoid useless arguments, end conversations with greetings.
That first one is small. Assalamualaikum. Salam. Right? Yeah. That's it. Assalamualaikum. Yeah. Rasulullah always smiling. He said, I never see Rasulullah in the masjid, outside the masjid, at the market, always smiling. When you're smiling, you almost become young. And people like to see people smiling. Yeah. And your dad call you, your mom call you. Yes, dad. Yes, mom. No, yes, dad. What? That's not the ethical Islam. And greet people, assalamu alaikum. Right? And say salam to anybody, Muslim, whether you know or you don't know. People said, always say salam to only somebody that you know. Right? One. Because the time, inshallah, we will read it next time, this one. Let me make dua, inshallah. Read together, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yaduru ma'asmi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwas sami'ul alim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yaduru ma'asmihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwas sami'ul alim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yaduru ma'asmihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwas sami'ul alim. Right? This is new one. Yeah, if you read this is very great dhikr, right? One of the one time make dhikr from Fajr until sunrise. The Rasulullah said, if you read these three times, it's the same like all this time. Right? So read together, inshallah. Subhanallah bihamdih, adada khalqih, wa ridwa nafsi, wa zinata arshi, wa midada kalimatih. Subhanallah bihamdih, adada khalqih, wa ridwa nafsi, wa zinata arshi, wa midada kalimatih. Subhanallah bihamdih, adada khalqih, wa ridwa nafsi, wa zinata arshi, wa midada kalimatih. Read every day 3 times. Right? Subhanallah bihamdih, adada khalqih. Subhanallah.
Yes.
Glory to Allah, praise be to Allah, as the number of His creation. How many? Right? Yeah. Allahumma anfa'ni bima 'allamtani wa 'allimni ma yanfa'uni. Allahumma inni as'aluka fahman nabiyyin wa hifdzal mursalin al-muqarrabin. Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'altahu sahla wa anta taj'al hazana idza syi'ta sahla. Rabbi ighfirli wa li walidayya warhamhuma kama rabbayani shaghira. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على محمد رب العالمين آمين. Okay, see you next week.
Assalamualaikum.